Here in the last video we have learned about the limitations of Bohr model, achievements of Bohr model. Bohr has seen that whenever electrons are revolving around, they are revolving in the circular path, and that is known as orbit. And whenever we talk about the energy is remain constant. It does not absorb or emit. That means it transfer from one energy level to another energy level. That means it is there moving from the unexcited state to excited state, or we can say that normal state to excited state. That's what we have learned in Bohr's model. Now, stability of an atom was explained by Bohr, and he could not explain about the particular stability for further atom which contain more than one electron. So to overcome that particular, de Broglie came forward with the particular equation, and that equation is related with wavelength and frequency as well as the angular momentum. We can say that de Broglie ने क्या बोला, मैटर, अभी तक हमने देखा मैटर is made up of particles only. Whatever Dalton has said that matter is made up of small indivisible particles, but de Broglie has said that matter has two types of nature. Matter can act as waves, that waves they may be in the form of light or radiation, as well as it can also act as a particle. Whatever the explanation given by Bohr, he has explained that electron, matter when we talked about it is made up of small indivisible particle. Dalton ने उसे नाम दिया एटम. एटम के अंदर 3 सब एटॉमिक पार्टिकल है, इलेक्ट्रॉन, प्रोटॉन एंड न्यूट्रॉन. तो de Broglie ने बोला whatever the electrons are there remain inside in the atom, it can be refracted as a beam of light. जब भी हम उसके ऊपर bombarded करते हैं with such particular particles, they are just traveling in a wave manner, and that particular distance from the one adjacent point to the another adjacent point, that is known as wavelength of that may be shorter, that may be longer. So wavelength को लेकर de Broglie ने इक्वेशन दिया है कि how it is related with velocity and mass of the electron. So that is about the wavelength. And when we talk about wavelength is measured by meter, centimeter, and it is denoted by lambda. So whatever his equation is there, that is related with the wavelength. अब wavelength की definition क्या है? उसने बोला है कि मैटर जो है वो पार्टिकल्स के फॉर्म में है या तो वेव के फॉर्म में. Whenever we talk about these waves, so they are there in the cycle. Okay, cycles of the wave. So whatever the distance from the one point to another point, or one point to the next point, तो इसे हम बोलेंगे lambda. It is known as wavelength. And the number of waves that pass through a fixed point in unit time. एक यूनिट टाइम में कितने नंबर ऑफ वेव्स पास थ्रू हो रहे हैं एक पॉइंट से, तो उसे हम बोलेंगे फ्रीक्वेंसी. सो मैंने यहाँ पे फ्रीक्वेंसी क्यों लिखा है? क्योंकि लैम्बडा व्हाटएवर द वेवलेंथ इज देयर इन द इनवर्स ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी, वो फ्रीक्वेंसी के इनवर्स में है. de Broglie ने बताया कि मैटर व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट, तो मैटर के पास खाली पार्टिकल नेचर नहीं है, मैटर इज हैविंग द वेव नेचर ऑल्सो. वो वेव लाइट के फॉर्म में हो सकता है या तो रेडिएशन के फॉर्म में हो सकता है. दूसरा उसने बताया कि एटम के अंदर जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं दे आर दैट डिफ्रैक्टेड इन द फॉर्म ऑफ वेव्स और एज अ बीम ऑफ लाइट. वो वेव के फॉर्म में ट्रैवल कर सकते हैं या तो बीम ऑफ लाइट के फॉर्म में ट्रैवल करेंगे. इट हेल्प्स अस अबाउट, अभी तक हमने ये बोला था मैटर इज हैविंग अ मास एंड इट ऑक्यूपाइज अ स्पेस, दैट मीन्स उसके पास वॉल्यूम है. दूसरा उसने बताया कि मैटर इज ऑल्सो हैविंग वेवलेंथ, मैटर के पास वेवलेंथ भी है. Whenever it acts as a wave, that means what? It is there in the cycle of the particular radiation. So whatever the distance from, suppose that is A, that is B, that is C and D. So distance from the one adjacent point A to the another adjacent point B, इसे हम बोलेंगे lambda, और it is known as wavelength. इसको हम मीटर में मेजर करेंगे. Now उसने बोला wavelength is there in the inverse of the frequency. तो frequency क्या है कि whatever the एक यूनिट टाइम में कितने नंबर ऑफ वेव्स पास थ्रू हो रहे हैं, नंबर ऑफ वेव्स पास थ्रू पर्टिकुलर फिक्स पास फ्रॉम द पर्टिकुलर फिक्स पॉइंट, एक पॉइंट से कितने नंबर ऑफ वेव्स पास थ्रू हो रहे हैं उसे हम बोलेंगे फ्रीक्वेंसी. सो लैम्बडा व्हाटएवर द वेवलेंथ इज देयर इन द इनवर्स ऑफ द फ्रीक्वेंसी. उसके बाद उसने क्या बोला है? इट इज यूज्ड टू डिफाइन द वेव प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ द मैटर एज वेल एज वेव नेचर ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रॉन, वो मैटर का वेव नेचर और इलेक्ट्रॉन का वेव नेचर अंडरस्टैंड करने में हेल्पफुल हुआ. सो दैट इज अबाउट व्हाट एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ व्हाट एक्सप्लेनेशन अबाउट द डी ब्रॉगली इक्वेशन. सबसे पहले उसका इंट्रोडक्शन वो किसके लिए बना, तो वो वॉट एवर द नेचर, अभी तक हमने बोला है कि मैटर इज ओनली मेड अप ऑफ पार्टिकल्स, उसने बोला नहीं, मैटर अलॉन्ग विद द पार्टिकल नेचर इट हैज़ द वेव नेचर ऑल्सो. वो वेव लाइट के फॉर्म में हो सकते हैं या तो रेडिएशन के फॉर्म में हो सकते हैं. दूसरा उसने बोला कि जो भी इलेक्ट्रॉन है दे कैन बी डिफ्रैक्टेड एज अ बीम ऑफ लाइट, वो इलेक्ट्रॉन जो है वो लाइट के फॉर्म में भी ट्रैवल करेंगे. थर्ड कि वो मैटर अभी तक हमने जो डेफिनेशन पढ़ी है दैट मैटर हैज़ फिक्स्ड वॉल्यूम, मैटर ऑक्यूपाई स्पेस विद द मास. उसने बोला है मैटर इज ऑल्सो हैविंग द वेवलेंथ. So what is wavelength? The number of waves are there going to pass through a fixed point in unit time to some frequency बोलेंगे. But whatever the distance from the one adjacent center atom to the another, तो उसे हम बोलेंगे lambda. और what is the relation between the wavelength and frequency? So हम लिखेंगे lambda is the inversely proportional of frequency. And whenever we are just removing out that kind of constant, तो उसे बोलेंगे Planck's constant lambda is equal to h upon u. So that is about what it is about the de Broglie equation, introduction of the de Broglie equation. Now we learn about the equation, how it is related with Bohr's. उसने बोर के जो भी इक्वेशन को है, आइंस्टाइन के इक्वेशन को है, कैसे ओवरकम किया, दैट व्हाट वी लर्न राइट नाउ. Now here you can see that the explanation for Bohr's de Broglie equation. Microscopic particles are like that. Here we can take macroscopic also. We can take the large particles also as well as the very small particles. Here we are talking of the electrons, so they are the microscopic particles. They also prove to possess the dual nature property. That means it behaves as a particles as well as waves. What Broglie has suggested that whatever the moving particle, either they are fast moving or slow moving, and either they are, you have just make a bound value, if they are micro or macro, they are having the large wavelength or the very shorter wavelength, they are going to be associated with the wave character. So whatever the particular phenomenon, it was labeled as wave matter waves. And whenever we are talking about the Broglie's equation, he gave the relation between the velocity and the momentum. Momentum is related with mass as well as the radius as well as the velocity of a particle with the wavelength if the particle had a dual behavior, that means wave nature as well as particle nature. So children, when we talked about the de Broglie equation, to learn about the equation we have to move to the very first Planck's equation, which is there omitted from the syllabus. Planck and Einstein has given such of the formula that is known as Planck's equation, and Planck has given the particular, here you can see the relation that Planck has given the relation between the energy, and he has said that energy of that any of the electron is there in the proportion of the particular frequency, and whenever we are moving out the frequency proportionality constant, we are just having the Planck's constant h. Now when we talked about the frequency mu, that is symbolized as mu, and when we talked about mu, we have learned that frequency or whatever the wavelength is in the inversely proportional to the frequency, so frequency is also in the inversely proportional of the wavelength. So here has no stated that frequency is in the inverse proportion of the wavelength. So to remove out that proportionality constant here, I just written the velocity of light, that is denoted by c. You can see here that frequency is there related with the velocity of the light as well as the wavelength of the particular wave. So energy of any of the photon, Planck का जो भी particular equation है वो photon के लिए रहा, highly energetic particles के लिए रहा. So energy of that particular is equal to hc upon lambda. So that is the Planck's constant, Planck's equation. और उसने जब भी आइंस्टाइन के साथ, आइंस्टाइन ने बोला एनर्जी इज इक्वल टू mv square. So whenever both of the particular equation are there in the interrelation, he has just given the another relation which is there related with the angular momentum, and from that we are getting the de Broglie equation. बुक में डायरेक्टली दिया गया है whatever the de Broglie equation, it is lambda is equal to h upon mv. Directly it is given, but how it comes that we have to learn that lambda is equal to h upon mv. That is given from this equation. We can find out the wavelength or the velocity or the mass, because Planck is the constant where it is having the fixed value. ये सारा जो भी है ये डायरेक्ट दे दिया गया है बुक में कि डी ब्रॉगली ने व्हाटएवर द रिलेशन दिया है वेवलेंथ के और वेलोसिटी के बीच में और मास के बीच में, बट एक्चुअली इट इज देयर बेस्ड फ्रॉम द प्लैंक्स एंड आइंस्टाइन रिलेशन. आइंस्टाइन और प्लैंक्स के रिलेशन से ये जो भी इक्वेशन है वो आया है. सो वी हैव टू लर्न अबाउट दैट कि ये डायरेक्टली आया कहाँ से है, तो डायरेक्टली नहीं आया है. That is there from the Einstein as well as Planck relation. Einstein ने बोला E is equal to mv square, and whatever the Planck has suggested that E is equal to hc upon mu. So that is about the particular two equation. From that we are getting the de Broglie equation. So now we see that how we are getting the actual de Broglie equation from the Einstein and Planck relation, children. So what he is given the relation, derivation उसका हम कैसे लिखेंगे, तो उसने बोला कि वेरी लो मास पार्टिकल्स मूविंग एट द स्पीड, जो भी लो मास वाले पार्टिकल्स हैं जिसका व्हाटएवर द लाइट मींस द पर्टिकुलर स्पीड इज लेस देन दैट ऑफ लाइट व्हिच आर बिहेव एज अ पार्टिकल एंड वेव. सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द डेरिवेशन, सबसे पहले लिखना पड़ेगा कि उसने कौन से पार्टिकल्स के लिए, जिसके पास वेरी लो मास है, दोज पार्टिकुलर पार्टिकल्स विच है वेरी लो मास एंड दे आर मूविंग विद द स्पीड. और वो स्पीड कैसे होगी, जो भी लाइट की स्पीड है उससे कम होगी. एट द टाइम दे बिहेव एज ए पार्टिकल एंड वेव. दैट मीन्स उसका इक्वेशन किसके लिए रहा, दिस इक्वेशन इज ओनली देयर फॉर द पार्टिकल्स विच आर हैविंग वेरी लोअर मास एंड whatever that particular they are related with the wavelength lambda. So what Planck has suggested for the highly energetic particles, photons के लिए उसने क्या बोला था, that whatever the energy of the electromagnetic wave that are known as photons, which is related with the wavelength that is lambda or the frequency. So that energy is in the proportion of the frequency mu, and whatever the proportionality constant जो भी निकाला गया था, लिखा गया कि एनर्जी इज इक्वल टू एच. तो एच क्या है यहाँ पे, तो प्लैंक्स कांस्टेंट विच रिमेन कांस्टेंट यूनिवर्सली, एच इंटू न्यू. नाउ व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट फ्रीक्वेंसी, तो हमने एक रिलेशन सिखाई कि फ्रीक्वेंसी इज देयर इन द इनवर्स ऑफ द वेवलेंथ. सो हियर आई हैव रिटन दैट फ्रीक्वेंसी इज देयर इन द इनवर्स ऑफ द wavelength. So to remove the proportionality constant, here I have added the velocity of the light or speed of the light c. So here energy is equal to hc upon lambda. अब आइंस्टाइन ने क्या बोला, that Einstein has related the energy in the particles of matter with the mass and velocity. उसने जो भी पर्टिकुलर एनर्जी उसको मास और वेलोसिटी के साथ रिलेट किया और लिखा है E इज इक्वल टू mc स्क्वायर, या तो हम लिखेंगे c दैट इज द स्पीड ऑफ लाइट. यहाँ पे वेलोसिटी की बात इसलिए हम लिखेंगे mv स्क्वायर. तो जब भी दोनों इक्वेशन को जब भी रिलेट किया गया तो एक नया रिलेशन फॉर्म हुआ जिसे हम बोलेंगे डी ब्रॉगली इक्वेशन. सो हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू राइट, बोथ ऑफ द एनर्जी आर नाउ गोइंग टू बी देयर इक्वलाइज. दोनों एनर्जी को हम इक्वलाइज करते हैं. तो whatever the particular equation which are there, which we are getting, that is known as de Broglie equation. That means E is equal to mc square, that is equal to hc upon lambda. So what happens, C cut only. So what I am getting is mc that is equal to h upon lambda. Now we are talking about those particles which are having the speed which is lesser than the speed of light. So now C is becomes equal to mu, or V, sorry, that is velocity of the light which are having the speed which is lower than that of the speed of light. So what we are doing is C is equal to, so what we are getting is mv upon h. So here when we cross multiply, lambda is equal to h upon mv. So what we are getting over here, he has given the relation between wavelength is lambda and mv. mv is what? Momentum. Mass into velocity, that is known as momentum. So Broglie has given the relation between lambda is wavelength the momentum that is mass into velocity. So in the next particular lecture, we learn about the overcome of de Broglie equation with Bohr's theorem. Children, thank you.